From the Library of Congress in Washington, D.C.
Hi, everyone. My name is Sarah, and I am the lead of the Division of Education at the Louisiana Endowment for the Humanities. We are a state council of the National Endowment for the Humanities, and I'm here to talk with you about primetime family reading and our suite of programs that support literacy that begins in the lap of homes. Because I'm in the room of people who I know love books and reading, I thought I would begin with a story. It is the story of reading with my son, who is 6 years old, and somehow the real Brothers Grimm version of Snow White wound up on our bookshelf. It is not at all like the Disney version. And when we finished reading this book, my son turned to me and said, "Mom, why does the Queen care so much about being pretty?" He's 6. We had a discussion about feminism. This is the kind of thing that happens regularly when the approach to learning literacy is not the teacher delivering content, who, what, when, where, why, those rote approaches, but when the approach is humanistic discussion, humanistic conversation. And we believe at Primetime that it can happen in all families. The strategies that enhance learning are here featured in the Primetime methodology. We call them the Primetime pillars. They're essentially learner-centered, right? They're about privileging the people who are in the room and the knowledge that they possess. They're about learning through joy. They're about talking about books in ways that inspire love and that connect the book to the experience of the reader who is reading and talking about those books. We believe that it's important that programs like Primetime exist, in part because of what's happening in the schools that serve families that are least likely to have access to humanities and humanistic pedagogies. In other words, humanistic pedagogies are most often found in elite settings, right? Institutions of higher learning, parochial schools. They're not found commonly in public schools. My son attends a public school, and I work with teachers there. I work with them to help find more ways of introducing conversation into the classroom so that what Kelly Gallagher refers to as readicide is not happening in our classrooms. This is the context in the state of Louisiana, which is where Primetime was built. In 1991, in fact, librarians around the state came together to discuss the problem of intergenerational illiteracy and how it was that we could find a way to address that issue when public schools were not doing the best job of addressing it there. We now have a suite of programs. At the heart of it is Primetime Family Reading. It occurs over 90 minutes, one night a week for 6 weeks. Families gather together to eat a meal together, to read and discuss a book through open-ended Socratic discussion, and they all take a copy of that humanities-based children's literature home in order to build their home library. Primetime Preschool builds on the family reading model, but integrates families with children who are 3 to 5 through center-based play that links with the humanities themes in the book. And we also are now offering teacher professional development to support teachers, again, in leading discussions in the classroom. We've been at it for a long time, 26 years to be exact. I know you can't read this slide. I'm not going to read it to you. Please talk to me later if you're interested in our history. I'd love for you to be part of our future. We remain relentlessly focused on underserved audiences, again, bringing elite strategies to learning. I don't know, they shouldn't be elite. Bringing just the strategies that work to learning to everyone, because again, we believe that everyone deserves that kind of education. Oh, yes, I'm like, and there's numbers here. I realize that I've been seeing all these numbers, and I'm like, I must get the numbers in. Over those 26 years, we have, through the support of our partners, such as the National Endowment for the Humanities, worked in 40 states and with over 100,000 family members. And we're just getting started. 30 seconds, woo! Oh. these are our families. And I really just want to thank all of you for inspiring. Like today, I think a lot of this has been affirming, you know, to hear the best practices, the work that you're all doing. To be reminded that when we come together through inquiry and discussion, when we come together and talk and enjoy literature and value and privilege the people who are in the room and the everything that they bring. We don't make deficit assumptions about them, but we believe that they have just as much to bring to the conversation as we literacy experts do. That's how literacy begins in the lap of American families through prime time. Thank you so much, Library of Congress.
This has been a presentation of the Library of Congress. Visit us at loc.gov.